Owen Shroyer from Infowars.com, and Hillary Clinton has returned to the campaign trail, which provides me the golden opportunity to tear her speech apart limb from limb. Now, I think she's getting a little nervous giving these speeches now because she's not really getting very detailed and she keeps echoing the same points. The one that she loved echoing today was how she cares about the kids. That's all she talked about, how she cares about the kids, how she cares about families. So let's begin to roll Hillary Clinton yesterday.
Because it is kids like Sarah that led me to politics in the first place.
So there's the first echo of kids leading her to politics. Now, it was a kid that was part of her first case of law where she got a child rapist off. So she really cares about the kids. Let's roll the next one.
I tried to power through it, but even I had to admit that maybe a few days of rest would do me good.
See, this is how these campaigns work. This is how a candidate like Hillary Clinton works. You hear her saying the same thing over and over. Power through it, power through it, power through it. On all the interviews, on all the talking points, on all the stories, power through it. So they had a little session. They used a bunch of phrases. They decided power through it was the one to go with, and she just keeps saying it over and over. This is a controlled political candidate. Let's go to the next one.
You know, I've been involved in politics in one way or another for many years.
Now, see, right there is the ultimate problem. You have people, most voters, realize that there's corruption in government. They're sick of the government. Government has a low approval rating. Here's Hillary Clinton admitting she was part of the government, admitting she is part of the problem. Why are people so insane? They recognize the problem, they admit there's issues in government, and they go right back to the trough with Hillary Clinton, who's been in government for decades. Let's go to the next one.
You feel you're on your own. If you lose your job or can't afford college, you're on your own. If your aging parent starts needing more help and you don't know what to do, you're on your own. Life events like these are catastrophic for some families, but mere bumps in the road for others.
Now, this is where she starts to go communist on us. This sounds like something right out of a communist-written speech. First of all, this is the land of the free and the home of the brave, okay? We declared our independence hundreds of years ago. So yeah, that's right. I am on my own. That's what it means to be an American. That's the empowering thing it means to be on an American soil as a citizen. But she's up here spouting communist rhetoric saying, oh, you shouldn't be independent. You need government to help you. There's people that are more privileged than you. These are communist talking points. Unbelievable that Clinton is now resorting to communist talking points and communist rhetoric on her campaign trail. Let's roll the next one.
And that goes against everything we stand for as Americans, because some things should not come down to luck. Some things should be within reach for everyone, no matter what.
So there's the communist rhetoric continuing. But the irony here is America is about independence. America is about empowering yourself, taking care of yourself. And she's up here saying, that's the opposite of what America is about. I think Hillary Clinton is confused. You know, today is the anniversary of the Constitution. Maybe Hillary Clinton just needs to read up a little bit on the Constitution, read up a little bit on the Declaration of Independence. But the truth of the matter is, the liberalization of this country is why Hillary Clinton can come out and speak like a communist. She can come out and demonize independence in her speeches because this is what they've done to American values. I cannot believe. It's one thing for Hillary to come out and lie. We're used to that. Now she is spouting communist rhetoric in her speeches. This would have been deplorable if she would have done this 30 years ago. Now she just gets away with it in broad daylight. Let's roll to the next one.
And above all, the knowledge that no matter what, your president is fighting for you and will always have your back.
Really? Like the people that died in Benghazi? What about all the flood victims in Louisiana? You didn't make it there either. So that's funny. And you really had the peoples in Hades back too, didn't you, Hillary? What a total fraud. She can't get away with this, folks. We're not going to let her get away with this, all right? We're calling her out on the crap that she comes out and says. What a liar. Roll to the next one.
I'm running for the LGBT teenager here in North Carolina who sees your governor sign a bill legalizing discrimination and suddenly feels like a second-class citizen.
Legalizing discrimination. Folks, we have a right to free speech. We have a right to practice whatever religion we want. That's what this country is about, okay? If your free speech offends me, that's not a problem as long as you don't infringe on my rights, okay? So if you want to go hate me for whatever reason, you have every right to. That's the beauty of this country. This is one of the last bastions of freedom in the world. And Hillary wants to tear it apart in the name of political correctness. Hillary wants to tear it down in the name of safe spaces and protecting anyone from getting offended. No, we are not going to do that. This is the land of the free and the home of the brave, Hillary. Okay? So guess what, folks? You have the right to discriminate. And if that offends somebody else, then they can discriminate you. That's the beauty of it. But here in the 21st century, most people can get along. The only people who aren't able to get along and function in society are the liberals like Hillary Clinton, who get offended by everything. Let's roll to the next one.
He said that if another country's troops taunted ours, not fired at them, but taunted them, just taunts, he would respond by blowing them out of the water. He would start a war over that.
Actually, he never said he would start a war over that, so you just put words in his mouth. If anyone's trying to start wars, it's you. But you know what? I think it's okay that Donald Trump doesn't want to get bullied and taunted by Islamofascist states like Iran. I think it's okay that Donald Trump doesn't want terrorist states like Iran taunting our soldiers, okay? That is fine with me. If these countries think that we're so weak, if these countries can't take us seriously enough that they're going to taunt our soldiers, then you know what? Maybe it's time we let our soldiers off the leash a little bit so that we can be respected a little bit more by some of these regions and some of these countries. Or, hey, here's an idea. Why don't we just remove our troops from that region to begin with? And then we don't have to worry about them taunting us near their country. Let's roll to the next one.
So in these final days, let's try to tune out all the chatter and the nonstop analysis that doesn't often have much to do with what the next president has to do.
Wouldn't you like that, Hillary? Wouldn't you love for us to stop the chatter? Wouldn't you love for the chatter to stop? Wouldn't you just love to control the narrative? That's what Hillary Clinton wants. She doesn't want you to think for your own. She doesn't want you to go out and talk about politics and policies and real issues. No. That's chatter. She wants you to focus on her and her campaign because she's going to make America better. That's what Hillary's going to do. She's been serving in government for decades. The government's been getting worse, but she's the answer to fix the problem. Let's roll the next one.
We even put it in a new book called, you guessed it, Stronger Together. Get a copy of it because it tells you everything Tim Kaine and I intend to do.
Well, I doubt that that's true, but look at that. A shameless plug for her new book that has sold less than 3,000 copies in a week. An absolute pathetic failure, Hillary Clinton's new book, and she's out here doing a shameless plug on the campaign trail. Pathetic. Let's roll the next one.
Now, like a lot of women, I have a tendency to over-prepare.
Whoa. Where are the social justice warriors? That is sexist. Hillary Clinton is a sexist. All the social justice warriors are up in arms about that one. Let's roll to the next one.
We don't need a president who wants to take away people's health coverage. We need a president who wants everyone to have quality, affordable health care.
No, Donald Trump wants everyone to have a job so that they can afford to pay for health care. That's how the economy works. You get a job, you contribute to civilization, and then you build a civilization, and you make a better future for your lineage. Hillary Clinton just wants to hand you everything, and that's not how we work in America.
Talk show host is Alex Jones. He's a conspiracy theorist.
Radio talk show host Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
Radio talk show host and conspiracy theorist Alex Jones.
Deeply, I think, racist.
I just got called racist by MSNBC.
I don't want that man to have a gun.
1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms.
The Alex Jones Show. Watch the free stream live at Infowars.com/.
Power through it. Power through it. On all the interviews, on all the talking points, on all the stories, power through it. So they had a little session. They used a bunch of phrases. They decided power through it was the one to go with, and she just keeps saying it over and over. This is a controlled political candidate. Let's go to the next one.
You know, I've been involved in politics in one way or another for many years.
Now, see, right there, very detailed, and she keeps echoing the same points. The one that she loved echoing today was how she cares about the kids. That's all she talked about, how she cares about the kids, how she cares about families. So let's begin to roll Hillary Clinton yesterday.
Because it is kids like Sarah that led me to politics in the first place.
So there's the first echo of kids leading her to politics. Now, it was a kid that was part of her first case of law where she got a child rapist off. So she really cares about the kids. Let's roll the next one.
I tried to power through it, but even I had to admit that maybe a few days of rest would do me good.
See, this is how these campaigns work. This is how a candidate like Hillary Clinton works. You hear her saying the same thing over and over. Power through it. Owen Shroyer from Infowars.com, and Hillary Clinton has returned to the campaign trail, which provides me the golden opportunity to tear her speech apart limb from limb. Now, I think she's getting a little nervous giving these speeches now because she's not really getting